Hi. I think I screwed up. I think I started a live on my, I thought because, hi, welcome. First of all, let me start by saying that I premiered a live on my computer. I thought because it was under the same account that I was able to then start it here. Let me tell my friends over at the premiere chat to come over to this chat. Hold, please. We're live. We're live. But Alicia screwed up. Alicia screwed up. Hey. Hey. I screwed up. I'm on another live. Do you all see it? I had to I had to start a new one on my phone. Can't type. Are we here? Okay. Hi. Hopefully my friends over at the computer chat can see that. Oh, man. I learned my lesson. If you want to do a premiere, Alicia, do it on your phone. Hey, hey, Emily. Hi, Alexa. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Michelle. I'm sorry about that confusion, friends. I'll make sure, though, I'll keep that thumbnail. Welcome. Come on in. Yes. Oh, amazing, C.O.S. Thank you so much. Get ready for this lesson. If you're just joining us, hi. Today's agenda is, let me lower this, first of all. Today's agenda is, per our moderator C.O.S.'s request, to go over color techniques for FULA, fat upper lid area, or T is here. Hi, T. What's up, my friend? I saw your last live. I saw while I was walking. I wanted to make sure that I kept updated, right? I needed to keep updated. And also, any hooded lids. Now, let me explain. The reason why I wanted to do this live on a chat was because I know I don't have hooded eyes. I don't have a closed lid area. So I thought, hey, maybe if I do this live in action in real time, those with similar eye structures, eye shapes can chime in and be like, hey, Alicia, this works for me, or hey, C.O.S, this works for me. T, I will cheer you up as much as I can. See, I put the zebra on for you. Oh, and also, many of you, thank you so much for sharing your concern about the structure my dad built. You have 4 steel bars screwed on to welded shelves. So this is very secure. It will not fall on my head, I promise. I just wanted to clear that up. So we are going over how to incorporate color if you can't really see it on your eyelids. Lots of times if you have hooded eyes, basically if your crease is on here and if you can't put color there and you can't see it, so where are we going to put the color then? Well, I figured, why don't we come in a little closer? I wanted to show you different ways we can incorporate. Audra is here too. Get the heck ant. Sylvia from Italy, much love to you, friends. Shannon B is here. Round Girl Bella is here. Emily Hanhan is here. Emily, I'm wearing the green for you. And you know Sir Colors has a special edition green with the copper flip in it. I don't know if you'll be into the copper flip, but I thought of you. Just a quick roundup of the peeps in here, friends. I will make sure to put all their channels down below so you can give them a visit, right? We got T Nappyheadedjojoba in the house. We got Audra At Home in the house. We got Emily Hanhan, who she inspires me to get more creative and stop buying so many Zang palettes, man. Because she's like, listen, you can make your own palette with the singles that you have. I'm like, Emily, you're so right. You're so right. I'm just lazy. I'm lazy. Okay. Ooh, most deep conditioning her hair. I was supposed to do that 2 days ago, but I screwed that up. It was just a quick wash and go that was just like, okay. Hooded eyes. Now, usually for me, Emily girl, please, everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know about your color genius, okay? For me, for colors, I would put them on the lid, but I'm gonna pretend that I cannot. So what are you gonna do? Well, I suggested originally to C.O.S that you could put it just on your lower lash line, or you could put it on the inner corner. Stacy, I appreciate you, friend. It is super early over there. I'm gonna put this on a replay so you could always see it again if you want to get some rest. Today's featured palette is the Urban Decay Born to Run. And I actually filmed with this palette. I did 4 looks with this palette. Hi, EJ, what's up, friend? It will be up soon. So this is coming up. I have the footage. It's in the computer, okay? So if you want to grab your favorite color palette, colorful singles, whatever you have in your collection, let's do it. Taya, my eye bags will not allow me to drag color down too far. Okay, we'll play with that. We'll play with that modification as well, okay? And also, friends, Friday night stretch. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to make these chats as valuable as I can. Because I know I could talk for hours. Okay, I could talk for hours. But I'm like, how can I add value to your life as well? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sprinkle a little lesson here. We're gonna sprinkle a little lesson there. Now, we're not touching the lids, okay? If you want though, you can apply mascara, or you can apply a little bit of a liner there, a little bit of a liner. I'm leaving it alone. Brush, what do we use? A small brush, because if we don't want the color, like Taya had said, to drag down too far, you have to make sure you then use a small brush to make that application precise. Karina, yes. It is, Karina, it's gonna be more like movement therapy. We're not going to do crazy stuff. It's just to get moving and grooving and to kind of share with you guys what I do on a daily basis. I feel it's very much time for me to get on here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lorraine, word up to Lorraine. Did you all see Sonia G? Sonia G's post about how there is a major restock on Friday. Face Pro set, Eye Pro set, Sky Eye set, and the Designer Pro. Look at boom, 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 boom. Look at that shift. This is Hollow Taco's unicorn skin. Okay? Okay? Getting the brushes. Where should I begin? Grab your small pencil brush. Any type. I'm going to pick up some of my favorites. Pencil brush or even a shader brush, I would think will be helpful as well. It's pinched, it's small, it gets into the crevices, and it will allow for that smooth color application. If I could find it. I mean, this is ridiculous. I feel like I'm looking right at the brush that I want. Can't seem to find it. Story of my life. All right. What do we have here? Some of my fave small brushes. Amy, Sonia G's having a restock for a lot of her brush sets on Friday. It is also on the Beautylish IG, and I'm sure Sonia's as well. We got a Wayne Goss 27S brush. This is synthetic fiber pencil brush. Really good for inner corner or even lower lash line smudge. The Refer number 3, which is 50% off their concept store, on their concept store. I'll have this concept store link down below. Very soft, ideal if you have sensitive inner corners, which a lot of people do. And if you feel that whatever brush you usually use is very scratchy here and it makes you tear up severely, this is the one. Next up, we have classic Wayne Goss number 5 from his anniversary 2. I would say the primary difference between the Refer and the Wayne is the Wayne is a little more tightly packed and doesn't have the same flexibility as the Refer one. The Refer one is a little more tapered. And now going into more of traditional shader brushes here. Let me move my glasses out of the way. It's getting a little crowded here. Going in with my Refer number 2. This is a flat shader brush, but you can punch in color because of the brush's design. And also we have, and I'm sorry I'm showing this, this is not yet in stock on the Refer site. They are getting more. You know, this is the thing with Fude, man. P21 shader brush, you could slide it under the lash line, or you could put it here on the inner part of the lid. Now, if you want it though, however, if you wanted to apply something on your crease, and I don't mean to be ignoring people's comments. I'm so sorry if I'm not, because I'm presenting and I'm trying to read at the same time, but please speak amongst yourselves. Emily, right? Oh, the shimmers need to be placed carefully and righteously, okay? If you wanted to then just apply a basic neutral color on the crease, I'm going in with Riff, and this is with my Esum G35, pulling that over. Now you might not, or actually, if you have hooded eyes, you will have to then place this way above your crease line. C.O.S, it is beautiful. It's like the best. So if my crease is here, then I'm not going to place it here. I'm going to place it right above it so that when your eye opens, you can still see the color. So if I had really hooded eyes, you can still see the shade above your lash line, okay? And you have to put it closer to the brow's edge, to the brow's lower edge. Who's picking up Sonia's sets, friends? And did you all hear about the news about Ulta? Everybody, excuse my language, if you have children, cover their ears. Everyone was shitting on Sephora so fast. It was only a matter of time. As I keep blending, I'm going to keep blending. Ulta laid off workers as well. It's on Makeup Craze's Instagram. It's on her Instagram. So, that's one side. If you wanted to do another fun color, let's do Still Shot. Ulta laid off workers, and I think people were not expecting them to because they gave their distribution workers a $2 pay bump. So people were expecting, I'm going back to the lesson, if you wanted to use another color besides a light brown, you can use like a coral. I like corals as well. Elma, hi my love. I am using the Urban Decay Born to Run. Amira, I agree. Like, so you're basically going to cancel all the companies now because no one's going to open till probably June. Okay? D-Lights in hair. Oh, I could do a skincare video. That's a good idea. Crystal, I agree. It's, you know why? Because the news about Sephora came out first. Everyone's, I feel, very high anxiety, very anxious, very stressed out. And initially the story was that Sephora, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guaranteed pay throughout April, through April. And now when the news came out that they weren't doing that and they laid off a bunch of part-time and seasonal workers, everyone was like, but you said, you know what I mean? I think that's what happened. This is the part of the lesson where we're just applying a simple transition shade because I am pretending that I have hooded eyes or fat upper lid area. But if you still want color on that area, you just have to put it here. So because I know if when you have your eyes open, you won't be able to see what's actually on the lid. Karen, I actually do. I have an affiliate code and it will be in the description box. That will be updated after this vid. tea, and I actually prepared it this time. I'm like, I need to be my girl. I need to be organized because I stay up so late updating the description box when I could just be like together. Let me see here. I want to answer questions at the same time. Channy girl G. Oh, I'm sorry. You're asking Taya. I'm mind your business, Alicia. Oh my goodness me. Karina, Alicia, or anyone, do you all recommend shimmers that high into the brow bone? Yeah, absolutely. You want to try it? Let's do it. You know what? I'm going to do a little wipe. A lot of textures like Charlotte, or not even Charlotte, a lot of textures are very soft, like the shimmers are not so high metallic that they actually can be maneuvered on the crease or above the crease, yeah? So I feel like this is a good one. Smog. Smog is really nice to kind of zhuzh on the above the crease. I'm going to take a softer brush, my Sonia G Jumbo Blender. It's Smog, Yolanda, like, ooh, it is the best. So I'm just going right there. See that? We're just going to place her above the crease. And you most certainly can put it high. I think the whole, ooh, I hit my I was going to say trifecta. The words tonight, bizarre, my tripod. I feel because of the influx of beauty influencer, everyone was doing the same technique. Everyone was putting, you got to start out with the matte transition shade, matte transition shade, matte transition shade. It's like, well, not really. You can put other textures in your crease. I know that's what everyone is doing. I know that might be the more approachable technique, but Fabiola, hello, my love. So we're going here. See that? I think that's really pretty. I think that's really nice. So you can go shimmer or you could go matte. Again, if I didn't have a lid, this is what it would look like. I feel, and that'll be really pretty. Right, Emily, the matte skin tone transition, right. Is like, okay, you can do that. And listen, that's how I started when I was learning and I was getting the feel of things. But when I saw the light, I was like, oh, there are the possibilities. Let's get into this color. Okay. For instance, I'll start you off easy. I think Guilt Trip, like this type of a purple, is not that, I feel, but okay. Doesn't Sephora want to take advantage of the stimulus package? Congress requires them to retain their employees in order to be built. Yeah, I think it's a lot more complicated. And also, people who were furloughed are now able to sign up for unemployment. I think that's also the deal. Guilt Trip with my reference number 3. Just here on the lower lash line. But this is why you have to be really careful with what brush you use. Because if you use a thick brush, then it is going to drag down. And also, to maximize the color payoff, you can stamp it on like so. But also why having the right brush. Hi, Jess, what's up? Laura, it is my pleasure to help and teach. Jacqueline is here. What's up, friend? So see, I think that's a great way to incorporate color without having to slap it on the lid if you're not able to see it. You know what I mean? So I think that's really fun. So that's one technique you can do. Or if you insist on doing something on your lash line, right? Let's go in with another color altogether. Let's go in with Radio. Radio is fun. Instead of having to apply it on your lid, just take it right on the far edge of the top lash line and make it so that it goes down. So you have the majority of the shadow up from the farthest edge of the lash line. And then you just carefully pull it out a little bit. And then whatever you have left over, you blend it in. So that's one way you could also incorporate color, incorporate color if you want to do something on the top. You know what I mean? C.O.S, is this being helpful? We haven't even gotten into the lower lash line yet. So let's do that. If you want to use a shader brush instead, I'm taking the same shade and you go now just shoot, 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 shoot from out to in. And I think that's a really nice way, although you won't be able to see it on the lid, you probably can see it from a wing. You know what I'm saying? If your crease is sitting on your lash line like, whoa, you'll be able to see some of the wing. Okay. And you just wing it out a little bit. And then you can really pump up that wing shape and just punch in from out to in, because you see that dip that sometimes happens with chunky wings. If you go out to in, you'll be able to slice down and even out the curve. I don't want to say the other flatten the curve. I think it's triggering. Oh my gosh. Bianca, when in doubt, wing it out. And with turquoise, no less. So we got lower lash line and we have like a half winged out. You know what I'm saying? Not only smaller brushes, but smooth brushes. Because see how I'm able to do this and it does not. And granted, I know I don't have mature lids. I understand. But when I did work on someone who had mature lids, I used these brushes and they make a difference because they don't pull on the skin. They don't tug. And you're able to slide the color on successfully. Okay? Now, let's go on to the other side. Inner corner. You have an opportunity here to really bump it up. Yes? Let's take my refer again. And this time we'll go in like with Big Sky. This is a pretty seafoam blue. Okay? Inner corner. This is where you can have a party. Oh yes, Amira, tell us about the Sonia G. Sky Eye set. Sylvie, you got your green wig on? Put it on. Put it on, girlfriend. Put it on. Get out of there. I love this technique. I love neon types of pastels. I am using the refer number 3, friend. This is what we're using, yeah? And I also use this brush for the purple on that eye. And you just carefully whisk and buff the edges of that in towards the lid and also a little bit on the lower lash line. And you got your color there. See what I'm saying? You got the color there. And if you felt like you messed up, if this went too low, you can go in with whatever concealer you used. I'm taking a little bit of the Dior. Okay? A little bit here and just clean up. Just clean up wherever you apply too much of the shadow. Okay? And then buff it. What's up, Elaine? How are you, my friend? Whenever you have to erase a mistake, just use a little bit of concealer, preferably not too light, so it doesn't look abnormally highlighted in that specific area. And then you have a little bit of fun, colorful blue on the inner corner. If we want to take that same technique on this side, let's choose another color. Let's see here. Ooh, Wanderlust. I know that's going to like, oh yes. Who said who? Wait a minute. Christine, yes, I always go overboard with the inner corner. Sometimes it's like, ooh, that was a lot. Davida, you know what? Concealer is multi-purpose, my friends. Multi-purpose. Wonderlust. Like, what are you going to do with this shade? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to tap first. This might not be ideal because it might look diseased, but, you know, I'm willing to take a chance. Like Brene Brown says, you can't have courage without vulnerability. I'm being vulnerable right now. Okay. Okay. Emily says, also, your concealer trick is a great reminder not to set the under eyes before a finishing look. Yes, that is correct, my friend. That she is so right. And I actually have been doing that, Emily, when I do my multi-look videos. I don't even I actually leave concealer off until I'm done. So it's just, you have room to fix and not feel like you got to start all over again. All right, all right. So I think that's fun too. And you can also layer. You can layer. What if this is like, you're like, Alicia, that's too dark. I'm not comfortable with that. Well, you take a lighter shade. Like, I like Blaze because it has a pink flip in it. And you put it on top. You put it on top. Just like this. And it's going to brighten it up a little bit. It's going to bring it forward, friends. It's going to bring it forward. And you could also play with creating gradient lower lash lines. And you're like, what the heck? Well, let's see here. Let's see here. You know what palette I also have? Because someone said, how come, like, this palette is underrated. I was like, I forgot about this palette. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, the Desi and Katie Joseph Colors palette. Hi. If you wanted to do a gradient on the lower lash line, we could take two. I love how this is like a purple duochrome. It's so fun. We could use both palettes, heck. Usually I like to start off with the deeper shade of the two. And this is my Refer P21 brush, but you could take whatever flat shader brush and start nudging this color on the outer edge of your lower lash line. I like to stamp and not necessarily drag, because this shade in particular has a little bit of texture. It can drop a lot. So I want to make sure, but you know, I think that's why it's helpful to just do your concealer afterwards. And use your finger just to kind of help feather out the edges. And then use another shade altogether, a lighter one. Let's take this one here, same brush, but stamp now and combine the shades together. So you have a little bit of a gradient. You could also do this with liner as well. I don't use a lot of liner. I have a bunch, but I get lazy and I just rely on shadow to make it happen. So now you have like a gradient, like a lighter blue into the darker midnight blue. And of course, like we did before, you could use a slightly bigger brush just to kind of stamp away any of the excess shadow that might have fallen. Naomi, Melted Cosmetics Gold Ore. I haven't used that in forever. Forever. Hello? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, picked up the wrong one. How are we doing? Are we learning anything? Is this helpful? I'm so sorry if it's not. I really try to... I'm trying to figure out ways we could chat, but kind of still play and exchange ideas, talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who has their Sephora spring sale list ready to go? I'm going to talk about more about that on Friday, by the way. Oh, thank you, son. I'm happy this is helpful. And wouldn't you know, the day the Fenty creamy bronzers and blushes drop is the day the sale starts for Rouge. When does that happen? When does that happen? Hey, hey, hey. What do we think? Let's put on some mascara because I think we want to go all the way with this, okay? We want to see the full look. Whoo! You could also put on lashes. Put on lashes. Yes, they will be available. The Fenty Cream Bronzers, the drop date is April 17th. You could also buy them off the Fenty side if you don't want to go with Sephora. But I believe Fenty has Afterpay. FentyBeauty.com has Afterpay, and Sephora has his sale. So I guess you kind of figure out what you want to do with that. I can't see without my glasses. I'm blind. There we go. There we go. Ooh, Taya, what did you get from the Pat sale? What you get from the Pat sale? Tell us. Ooh. Trish, yes, we are playing and experimenting with these different color techniques. And make sure you drop down below, friends, any techniques that I have not shared that you would like to with the squad. This is why we're here, to exchange and share. Oh, I just want to address something. I feel really terrible about my breakup with Subversive. Subversive was my favorite Pat McGrath palette. The Midnight Sun came and my heart was stolen. But I still love, Gigabyte and Night Creature are classic Toya shades. Classic. I'm sorry, I'm saying Toya because I saw Toya's comment. Classic Pat shades, but could be classic Toya shades too. T said earlier, using a kohl or smudgy pencil to wing liner is my go-to for hooded eyes. Oh, you hear that, friends? That's T's technique, and I think that's a great one too. The smudge technique, where you draw first and use a brush to pull it out. Tiffany, you understand my breakup, right? It's kind of like your first love. You'll never forget your first love. It's not like I'm abandoning Subversive completely, but man, oh man, Midnight Sun swept me off my feet. Off the feet. What is that? Car alarm. Excuse me. Oh, someone asked about smudging. Let's practice. But here, this is my, if I had hooded eyes, but I needed to incorporate color, this is where I'll put the color. Yeah? But someone had asked, I'm sorry if I didn't catch your name, friend. I don't want to refer to you as someone, but I try to read the names as quickly as I can. I will then use Linda's crayons because I think they are phenomenal. You got to work fast with them, however, because when they set, they set. Let's practice on the hand first. So if you were to pull the color down, right, use the brush to then manipulate it, right? So that's basically what you're looking to do on your lid. Now, I already know that I applied mascara, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make this happen. And I'm sure there are tutorials on this. I'm just gonna put this right here on the outer part of the lash line. Hurry my butt up. Get to the brush. Don't wait, especially if you're using a Linda crayon, and smudge. Don't even worry about doing a wing. Just smudge it. Smudge and go. You could also use a smaller pencil to make this happen. And then you have a little bit of a blue. You got the blue. You got the blue. And oh my God, once you go, I really love Linda's crayons. I know some people are like iffy about them, but Lady Bay, anybody have an issue where all online orders with Sephora are placed and then canceled within minutes by Sephora? Has anyone had that issue? Felicia, I was playing with Danessa Myricks Color Fix yesterday from Beautylish and I am digging it. Ooh, do you ever think of purchasing anything? I'm so debating about the samples. I will. I'm waiting on taking her workshop in August at the makeup show in case she has any swag bag goodies. Emily, you can also draw a little line on the outer wing to smudge it into your smudgy liner. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, hey. It's a smudgy Wednesday. It's a smudgy Wednesday. Okay. We're gonna smudge. We're gonna draw and smudge. You gotta think bedroom eyes, darling. I feel. Thank you, C.O.S. Yes, please hit the like button, which I always forget to suggest and recommend, and say, darling. Anytime I watch a Charlotte Tilbury tutorial, she is so funny. Darling, you have to put the feline flick for the feline flick, darling. It's so important. Don't even try it, Alicia. Don't even try the British accent. You are done. You are done. But she always starts off with her eyes done. You will never see her without liner. Ever. She doesn't have to have foundation, but she does have to have that liner on her eyeballs, or else she ain't going on camera. She's not coming out of her room. That's it. She is staying indoors. How does that? Thank you for the suggestion, Emily. My poor little lashes. I need a clean spoolie to comb out my lashes. I'm ill prepared for this video. What do we think? Can we make that happen with a hooded eye? I think so. Especially if you pull it out from the lash line, you'll be able to see the color. This pencil, by the way, get the freak out. Cool Mood, oh my gosh, from Linda Hellberg. This is blue, friends. That is blue. Sylvia, good night, my love. Have a great rest. Have a great rest. Just sketch and smudge. Sketch and smudge. How we doing? How we doing? Listen. Wait for a sale with Linda. Because this is when I bought all my pencils. When she was like, 50% off all crayons on my site. I was like, oh my gosh, PayPal. Add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Check out, check out. Didn't waste any time. I'm just reading comments, don't mind me. The head nod comment read. Or Amira, yes, Beauty Bay has great sales as well. And also I'm sure the shipping, I think the shipping is faster with Beauty Bay, but I could be wrong. Jenny, I was using the Refer P21, but if you don't have this one, anything that is thin and has really nice glide and won't drag the skin. Yeah, I would wait for a sale because it happens, especially now. These retail emails, friends, free shipping until midnight, 20% off, buy this, get that. It's like, please, please, please. So much buying, so much buying. These lashes look crazy because I clumped them together. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a trick I saw my mom do when I was very young, where she took a tissue and just took off the excess. C.O.S. You know what I'm wearing on these lips, friend? I did get the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes because someone had asked me about it and you guys were so generous at the Super Chats last Friday. I was like, you know what? Let me review it for the squad. Do the swatches. I did 4 looks today. This is in the shade Saucy Gal. The Artist Couture lipstick from their Supreme Nude Collection, Saucy Gal. I really like this shade a lot. I actually thought it was going to be more peachy and warm, but it actually works out. But I gotta fix these lashes because they're driving me nuts. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ooh, that's a great question, Jessalyn. Oh, I don't know. I think I was thinking about that today. What shade I like better, the Gucci or the Artist Couture? Well, I can tell you right now, I much prefer the Gucci Bullet. I think it's just prettier. But, you know, it's all about the lipstick, right? Okay. Are we having a mini nude showdown? So this is the Gooch. Okay. That's the Gooch. Saucy Gal. Oh. Saucy Gal has a little more peach in it. Artist Couture, Gucci Penny Beige. Penny Beige, I think, is a little more beige. A little more beige. I love them both. They both are great. Amira. Oh, and I also have Power Play. You want to see that shade too? Those are the only 2 I bought. I was intrigued by those colors. Power Play. Power Play is like Mented Cosmetics brand nude. Ooh, Taya, Los Angeles is in my bathroom. You know what? I'm going to have to do that in guess what video now we have to do? A nude lipstick roundup. And just try them all on. That's it. That's next on the roster. And La Beige. La Beige is a lot warmer. Who says something about Beauty Bay, Rika asked. I'm on here now and the Cover FX foundation I've been eyeing is on sale for $28. Oh, is it now? Beauty Bay got some sales too on and off. It's a site you also have to check. Naomi, Hepburn Honey, why not? I keep all my Los Angeles and La Beige are in my bathroom. Unfortunately, and I don't want to leave you guys. I don't want to leave you. I want to stay right here forever. Where is that Hepburn Honey? Hello? Excuse me. Are you in here somewhere? Oh, in the bottom. Right at the bottom. Oh, okay. So many sound effects. What is wrong with me? I'm not working that hard. Okay. Hepburn Honey by CT. Oh. Similar. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah. Oh, ooh, that's a nice combination. Hepburn Honey on top of Saucy Gal. Not bad at all. All the nudes. Yeah, friends, we got to do a nude roundup. Jilly, I have the Melted Cosmetics Gold Ore. The Gold Ore. Oh, thank you, Janelle. I have mom and dad to thank. Lisa, I agree. The CT Hepburn Honey is a little more pink. I agree. Both of them together is amazing. The dark lipstick Dawn is this one here. Is Power Play by Artist Couture. I want to make sure that this eye lesson was kind of successful. I want to make sure that did we learn anything if we had hooded eyes or a fat upper lid area in terms of how to incorporate color? Using the right brushes though, friends, I think is key, because I agree, sometimes if you apply too much on the lower lash line, it can drag and look like you're crying whatever color you apply. But if you really punch it in carefully, I think it could add a really nice touch, especially if you can't see your lid. You can definitely incorporate it on the outer wing area of your lid, lower lash line, inner corner. Here we took it really out, and I think it looks super pretty. Look at that blue. Oh my goodness me. Anne-Marie, my love. Hi there. Hi, Anne-Marie. Do you think the under eye powder from PMG and that brush is worth the money, Alicia? The concealer I already have, love it. Well, you know, I've been using that powder every day. I've been using the brushes every day. For that, it is worth it for me because I have been using that makeup and those tools a lot. And despite me having all the brushes. And thank you, friend. Thank you for the super chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Those, I wouldn't spend money on her synthetic powder and foundation brush. I mean, I love Mauve, but you know what, you know, with synthetics and powder brushes, I'm like, whatever. When you have this, when you have the Z1, I'm sorry, Pat, I'm not buying that synthetic powder brush. Not doing it. Not doing it. Okay? But what I will say is that these brushes are dope. These are really dope brushes. I like it. Heavy on the chai. Alicia, what top coat nail polish do you use? Yesterday, I used the Holo Taco Super Glossy top coat. And I also love the Live Love Polish top coat. I haven't tried the Cirque Colors top coat, but I think I ordered it. Lisa, why are you taunting us with the Z1? I'm sorry. It was just there, wanting to be shown. It's an exhibitionist. Anyway, I just love this top coat because it makes the flakies shine even more. It's hard to see on this nail, but this nail, come on. Can you see the green shift? It's crazy. I love it. Jacqueline Dury Fast Coat. Also, remember Seche Vide? That was like my old school favorite. I love that top coat for nail polish. Davida, have you tried Beauty Bakery products? I have. I tried the loose powder. Wasn't crazy about their liquid lipstick. And I don't think I don't remember if I tried their concealer actually. And I wanted to try their palettes, but I didn't know which one to get. No, I did try their palettes. I think I have one of their palettes. I need to get on here and play. Maybe I could just get on a chat and play as well. What's going on, Brianna? Janelle, Seche Vide is. But the problem with Seche Vide, because it's so good, when you get low on it, it gets so goopy. So I have to get like something to kind of make it a little more smoother. Channy, Alicia, I have Z9. Do I need Z1? That sigh. So dramatic. Z9, it depends on your face structure and it depends on what you will use them for. For instance, Z9 I think is so great for all over powder because it's an oval ferrule and it has, or it just takes up more surface area at once. And also since it's pinched, you could get right in there with the bronzer. With the Z1, it's rounder, it's a little more packed, so maybe more precise for bronzer, but also great for buffing. So I don't know. The long answer. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was not helpful at all. I love both. You don't need either of them. But if you had to get one, I would get Z1. I'll only because since it is squirrel hair, it's not going to pick up as much as goat hair. If you want a little more pick up with your bronzer, this is going to pick up more than the Z9. Channy's like, thanks. I am the worst. What we can do, I have not set my under eyes. Why don't we just go ahead and use Pat's light powder right now? That's the wrong color. That's the wrong color. All right. Ooh. The blur, friends, the blur. It's just too much to take. The blur. People were so kind in tagging me when Pat posted her IG live chat with Sandra Deluxe. First of all, shout out to Sandra Deluxe. I love her so much. Sandra, I love. And I'm so happy she was able to chat it up with Pat. It was so nice to see. It was so nice to see. It would be nice to talk to Pat, but I like being like on the sidelines, like a sideline lover. I don't know if I want all that attention. Yes, friends, I need to do an updated Pat video because of all the new palettes that she released in 2019. I would like to talk to Pat about her history as a makeup artist behind the scenes and on the runway shows, because she spoke about how she loved to be behind the scenes. She never wanted to be in the spotlight. I just wanted to also talk about her inspiration behind why she wanted to use like these metallic textures and all that stuff. I think it's just so interesting. Tiffany, I need her to make a larger pressed powder, a bronzer, and some blush. I hope, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that, friend. I really hope if she comes out with bronzer shades, that she comes out with a deeper bronzer shade that's like neutral or even golden in undertone, because people were disappointed with the Fenty release that the Mommy Miami was like so red toned for deeper skin complexions. It's like, because it's really like a blush, but if you want like a bronzer, it has to be, if not golden undertone, a little more neutral. Because Amber really loves the Hula Toasted, but that's almost like a plummy type of a deep brown. Simply LC, a brow product will be phenomenal from Pat as well. Jacqueline, you met her at the Divine Rose release. I was on that line trying to get in, but I was too late in getting on it, and I had to teach class. I was a little bummed. I was bummed, but I saw her walk past us swiftly. She's like, thanks for coming out. I was like, oh my God, I saw her for a second. For a quick second. Let me see here. Yeah, Nia Tang is like the one to go to and check out these bronzer shades. She really liked the new Espresso. Is it, I forgot the name of the new Fenty stick that Fenty Beauty came out with, like the two deeper shades. Ebony, I believe is called. Looked beautiful on her. And she even loved the Tom Ford Illuminate. Shaded Illuminate foundation had a really nice color for her. Woo! Caviar, Amber, excuse me, Caviar. It is called Caviar. Cat, thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. That makes sense. That makes sense. And there was one above it too, I believe, right? Oh, Jacqueline, I believe Pat will, she has to come out with bronzers and blush. She has to. Yes, it is Caviar. The name of the Fenty Beauty stick that Nia Tang loves so much. Did she try on the deepest bronzer? Cream bronzer? I think she did. Oh, Dawn D. I'm caught. I am caught. Okay, so I saw Kelsey Brianna J's video about a Tom Ford bronzer review she did years ago, because I didn't know that the Tom Ford big bronzers were reformulated. And that's why I kept on saying in my video, this is like a jelly type of formula, hard to pick up formula. And when I dug my brush, and it was like, it was more powdery, and I think it had more butter ingredients in there. And then I saw that it was reformulated and there were 3 shades. There was Terra, Gold Dust, and Bronze Age. And on the re-release, it was only Gold Dust and Terra. So I bought Gold Dust from the Neiman Marcus sale. And I feel so bad. I think someone was going to buy this because she messaged me to say I had my eye on it and I don't want to pull the trigger. But I went on Mercari. Guess how much this freaking bronzer was? The Bronze Age. $50. It wasn't touched. The box was new. It does not smell bad. I found a Bronze Age. The original one. And when I looked at the listing, I was like, I think this is the one she talked about. And I feel, if you're watching this, you wanted to buy this. I am so sorry. I feel like I sabotaged someone's dream. So it's a lot, it's like a creamier, it's different from the one that's now. So this you really need to pick it up. This you really need to pick it up. Naomi, debating on picking up the Blender Pro during the restock. I have 2 Crease 2. The one, would you mind comparing the 2 brushes? Blender Pro Crease 2. Blender Pro. Can we find it? This is like Where's Waldo, but the brush edition. Oh my gosh. Okay. Crease 2. Where's Crease 2? That's the first thing we gotta find. Do I even have Crease 2 in this bucket? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Hold please. Oh, I found Crease 2. Yes. Yes. But now we gotta find Blender Pro. That's the issue. Hold please. Hold please. Blender Pro. That's not in there. Hold please. We are looking for brushes. That Alicia is so disorganized that she cannot find them right away. But I could have sworn that it was in here. I could have sworn Blender Pro was in here, friends. I could be losing my mind, which I do every day. Ha 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 ha. Blender Pro is going to be softer. I can tell you that right now. Blender Pro between Crease 2, excuse me, is going to be softer. And it's dyed goat hair. This is undyed. That is the primary difference as well. Oh, for crying out loud. Ugh. Ugh. I'm checking one more spot. Oh. Are falling. I'm checking one more spot. If it's not in here, then I will do my best to compare. Drat, it's not. Okay, this is not the Blender Pro. This is her classic crease. Blender Pro is slightly bigger. This is her crease number 2. If you have mature lids or have skin that moves very easily, then I would go with Blender Pro. Iris, what's in Alicia's travel bag? Well, I got the Beautylish and Chikuhodo Lunar New Year brush. Hello, BC Boop. What's going on, friend? I have the classic Z8. So fun. And the Designer Pro, which is restocking on Friday on Beautylish if you want that. And also the mini booster. This is going to be not individually, unfortunately. I'm so sorry about that. But the Sky set is going on. It's restocking this Friday. Jessie Lynn, you're going to love the Z8. Z8 is like multi-purpose. It's so great. And if you want to see it in comparison to my other brushes, let me stay organized here. It's a family. Z8, Z9, Z1. We got the Z's. We got the Z's. And you see how even though it's smaller, it still gets, it just is so perfect, friends. It's perfect. I don't know what else to say. It's amazing. And then you got this freaking brush. La da dee, la da da, la da dee, la da da. And now. Okay, stop. My friends, it is an hour. That means it means that it is time because Alicia is losing. Was it now? I gotta check out that DJ set. D nice. It is time. Alicia is singing and she is doing all types of things. So I hope this was helpful somewhat. We had a eyeshadow lesson. Maybe we could have a makeup lesson on Wednesday and a fitness lesson on Friday. And also, I wanted to, so I was talking to my friend Valerie and Bailey Sarian, I hope I say her name right, did the Makeup Murder Mondays. I want to do like a makeup movement Monday where I talk about fitness stuff while applying makeup and get ready style. And then I'll ask you guys if you want to submit questions so that while we get ready with me with makeup, we'll also talk about fitness, like movement types of exercise stuff on Monday. And then on the Friday night chat, we can do like a short little lesson, like a stretchy lesson, and then we'll chat the next half hour. So I got to set that up. I also owe you a 90s R&B look because I want to do 90s R&B makeup with our favorite 90s R&B songs. And of course I can't play them because demonetized, but we're gonna learn, we're gonna be nostalgic, okay, on that video. Okay, get ready. Yes, Amber, Aaliyah, yes, all the songs. So that's my plan. That's what I want to do for April. I gotta stay on it. I also have to release a lot of makeup tutorial videos that I have on deck that I need to edit because they're just sitting there and I just need to get them out. So those are my ideas. I hope they are, that we're looking forward to them, but I also want to kind of improve my content. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Toya, chocolate lip and matte skin. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Thank you, friends, for joining me tonight. I had such a blast. Let me know if you have any questions. You know I'm a message away. I am trying to also keep up with my comments. I try to respond to as many as possible, and if I don't carve out time during the day just leaves me. Before you know it, it's time for bed. So I will get that done. I will see you guys on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and if you can't make it, I'll put it on the replay so you could take the stretch lesson with us. Thank you, C.O.S, for suggesting that we do how to color, and I'm so happy you guys joined me on the live lesson and on the live chat. I will see you guys soon. Much love to you all. Stay safe, and I will see you then.